Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I think my voice is working. So we're good. We're good. Sorry for the late start. I was building in New Banff. I'm a couple episodes ahead now and having a good time, and I just kept building. So yeah. QZ, good to see you, buddy. How's everyone doing today? What is everyone up to? Yeah, it is a flawless start. I don't know what's going on. It's not one of my streams. It doesn't make any sense. At least it's not 9 a.m. That's true. You know, we had an early stream. We might as well have a late stream. It's been over 5 minutes. You're right. You're right. It's been, since I made that post, 9 minutes. So it's been over 5. Good. Got a new rare patch from New Hampshire. Game Wardens. Nice. Nice. Balance is being restored. Indeed. Indeed it is. Just finished watching the previous stream. Well, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. This time, if you just watched the previous stream, you're going to like what we're doing today because we're basically starting where we left off last time with that whole, I guess I'm looking at something you guys can't see, with this bridge right here. So we built this bridge. This is Joe's new animated, let's see, what exactly is it called? Can't see. This is the swing bridge. So this allows trains to go over it, and then when ships go and need to go underneath it, it actually swings to open up and allow the ships through. So it's a super cool asset. And in honor of the asset, we need a port. We just basically plopped this monstrosity here before. which is fine. This is a thing that one could do. You could just plop this thing and call it a day, but I think that we can do better. So that's our goal today is we're going to create a port right here, custom port. I kind of want to work in some factories and make it feel bigger, better, more interesting. But yes, perfect continuity, perfect continuity. So how's everyone doing today? Where's everyone tuning in from? And maybe more importantly, for me, I got to crack open my beer too. That's not more important. That's another thing. Huntsville, that's important. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. How is everything in Huntsville? Sweden. Where else are we? What else do we? I have 2 people tuning in. Toronto, Pittsburgh. Doing a mulligan on the port, indeed. San Francisco, Dayton, Ottawa, Bremen, Germany. Alberta, UK, Montreal. It's late for you guys in the UK, so thank you for being here. Washington, London, Connecticut. You guys broke it for me. I can't see now. Delaware, Western Michigan, Sweden. Today's important. See what you did there. I see what you did there. Buffalo, San Antonio, South Central Texas, Calgary, Chicago, Vermont, Wichita, Connecticut, Tennessee, Luxembourg, Massachusetts, Seattle, Mexico City, Czech Republic, Utah, Halifax, Vancouver. This is an old build. Netherlands, Ottawa, Mumbai, Wisconsin. Thank you for being here. Always love seeing people in Wisconsin. Verde Beach, love that too. British Columbia, New York, Houston, Texas, Scotland, Tampere, Latvia. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you all for being here. Today, I'm gonna be a homer, and I'm gonna be drinking a raspberry tart from New Glarus, which you cannot focus on because I am preventing the focus issues. So this is a very delicious raspberry tart from New Glarus Brewing. Very special. It's one of their special brews. Comes in a 4-pack. They release them, I think, infrequently. So they're very good. So that's what I'm going to have today. I'll let you know how it is, and we'll build. It'll be a lot of fun. Also, it is a killer beer. It's so good. Hold on. I should let you guys see the pour. So it is slightly red. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Oh, that hits a spot. That hits a spot. That gets me. It gets me ready to brew. Sorry, ready to build. Gets me ready to build. Chat's still broken. It feels like every time I ask you guys to tell me where you're from, the whole thing breaks. I see nice color. Ooh, the color. Jinx. So, this is not a new series. So, Coos Bay, for anybody who hasn't been here, we were kind of just messing around over here. At one point, Poplar released this map, and I was in kind of a low spot with CS2. I wasn't really having a lot of fun anymore, and I was kind of just like ready to play other games. And Poplar Ponderosa released this map, and I saw it on Paradox Mods, and I had to download it, and I built a city on it rapidly on my own. Didn't do it for a series, didn't do it for you guys, just did it for me. And it's one of the maps that helped me rediscover the fun in the game. I just had so much fun building on it and playing on this map. So I felt like I really wanted to continue on this and share it with you guys. So we started building on stream. So this is actually our 10th stream on this map, and I'm slow, so there's not a lot here. Our population's 8,000. That's the way we do. Sometimes we accomplish a lot, sometimes we accomplish a little. In the last stream, we accomplished basically nothing. We also didn't play a ton. We basically built this fairgrounds, which is an asset from Confused Little Devil. And we built a couple of blocks over here using some Australian assets that actually inspired the next build too, from what you are actually seeing right now in New Banff. I actually ended up using a whole bunch of these assets in there. And then we added Joe's Swing Bridge and experimented with fishing. So that's kind of what we did in the last one. So it's a really small town. There's not a lot here. We started over here and we've just done some kind of wacky things in this build. We built the church for the first time over here. We built this, which is supposed to be a concert. These people have been dancing at this point for months. They're kind of just zombies dancing forever. So yeah. Yes, it's the Coos Bay map. It's a lot of fun. Hey CPP, would you be open to discussing a feature you feel is missing? You're curious on my thoughts? Oh, I'm always open to discuss those sorts of things. What else are we going to do here if not for talk about missing features and ideas about to make the game better? I'm all about it. Icy, I'm good. I'm good. So hold on. I'm gonna wait for you before we get going. Prosper, what feature do you believe is missing? I'm happy to discuss it. You got my full attention. Dar, good to see you. Good to see you, Dar. Dar, I'm going to tell you. 5 p.m. your time. You're streaming, I'll raid you. I know, too much pressure. Too much pressure. Will the last dancer win the car? Yes. And they're going to dance for the next 10 years. And DeWolfie, you're right. That is what we discuss every stream. I'm still waiting. I think there must be something profound. While I'm waiting. We need the stock market back from CS1. I hated that thing. I hated that thing. I was not a fan of it. So I'm okay with it not being in the game. Realizing one thing. The audio is broken. You guys just haven't called me on it. Mandrake, think of the super chat. You just went to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Mandrake. I have a feeling I know why you went. Did you go? Oh. I broke the audio. I think I fixed it. Mandrake, did you go to watch airplanes? Because if so, that would make sense. Okay, here it is. I would love to see better terrain-conforming buildings and city skylines to hillside and cliffside homes, beach homes on stilts, mountain cabins, resorts that work naturally on steep terrain without massive terraforming. A functional ski chair gondola will also open up ski resorts. You've played since release, and better use of steep coastal terrain would dramatically expand what we can build. Yes. In fact, the next build, I mean, I feel like I've been doing a whole bunch of cliffside building and not really nailing it because it's really difficult. I think the closest I get is episode 24 of New Banff, where I just embraced the jank and started just doing stuff that isn't great. That's the only way that you can really do it, which sucks. Like I would much rather be able to make beautiful things on hillsides. It feels like the major constraint is the zoning system. The reason why we can't build nicely on hillsides is the roads don't do well with hillsides. So the roads don't do well. The zoning grid breaks. We end up with lots of jank. Without something like Platter built into the game, I don't see it happening. So I think that if they're going to do that, they also need to build Platter into the game. And to me, it seems like a pretty obvious thing to do. We're doing this again? We're going to start with the end. We're not doing that. So yeah. You and Joe have inspired me to build on hills and fill with trees to live with the jank. I tell you what. Okay. I won't spoil 2 episodes from now too much in New Banff, but this asset right here, or these assets generally, have inspired me to embrace the jank. These actually do surprisingly well on hillsides. These are the Australian flats. Check this out. I won't leave this here, but I feel like these, if you like shaky things like that, that's awesome. I feel like these do surprisingly well. And of course, this isn't going to be the greatest demonstration of it, but if you have these backing, wow, this looks so much more terrible than what I just did in New Banff. Just disregard everything I just said. This is not good, and I promise I figured out a way to make it look good, and this is not it. This is bad. Don't do this. Anyway, we're gonna forget that just happened. Not looking great, bud. Yeah, my eyes too. When New Banff? Tomorrow. And then maybe Tuesday. So the one tomorrow is fine. The one the following day, the one after it, number 24, I just had so much fun. Like, I was having so much fun that the stream was like secondary. I got into one of those places where I just, and I'm sure you guys have gotten there too, where you just like hit a rhythm and flow and you just don't want to stop playing. That's like the most fun place to be in Skylines 1 or 2. And I hit that spot and I just didn't want to stop. So my apologies for the late start. That's what happened. And actually no regrets. I don't apologize at all. Hyperfocus. It's called hyperfocus. That's true. But here's the thing. I really enjoyed that. So no regrets again. No apology needed. I appreciate that. You love hearing when I have a good time playing. It was one of those times. It's one of those times. So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna have the port entrance right here. I want to see if I can take some of the ports, not the ports, sorry, some of the industrial assets from supply chains and work them into here. The inspiration from that is actually going to come from Coos Bay itself. Let me show you. So I was looking at Coos Bay earlier, and where we plopped that port, there's actually something going on. There's a particle board factory right here, and there is a port built into it. So what I figure I'd like to try is to work some factory assets in and see if we can come up with something. You can see there's lumber right here as well, and there's the seaside access. So I want to do something very similar, or at least in spirit. We'll see if I can actually pull it off. It's going to be different because it's Skylines, but we'll make it happen. So that's where my head's at. That said, we're gonna have to unlock some things, maybe clone some things, maybe move some things, maybe use some different assets, but we'll see what we can come up with. Greetings from France. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. It's where you stay with your cousin, Main Drag, Coos Bay. You haven't truly played City Skylines since the original, and you've been watching all my videos. It's your comfort while you do other things on the PC. Just to have my videos up on another monitor. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. This is crazy. Grew up in Coos Bay. Seeing it on Livestream is wild. Listen, Slice of Pie. This is one of the finest maps in Skylines. So, and I like Poplar Ponderosa is a tier above. So if you haven't tried to recreate your hometown, you should, because the map is outstanding. So I would highly recommend it. You need to update this map, Poplar. What do you need to do to it? What's the haps? What's going on? Your hometown literally can't be recreated easily in CS2. Here's the thing. That is one of the shortcomings of this game. I feel like there are many places that just simply cannot be recreated. You're not the only one. With new texture painting tools. Oh yeah. I feel like I had a sabbatical in the middle of the texture painting tools, and as a result, they don't fully exist to me yet. In the next video, I use them for the first time, which kind of seems pathetic considering they've been out for a while now, but I was gone and now I'm back. So, I completely forget about them. I need to get better. I need to do better. You made your first custom map this week. Took too long, but you're happy with the results. Tabakan, what map did you make? I'm curious. I spent some time looking at maps today. It's one of the reasons I was wondering if I saw it. You're back from outer space, Pagan Scorpio. Welcome back. Hopefully outer space was lovely. On the nerdy side, always good to see you. Welcome on in. And on Twitch. You don't want to be here? Many cities proper and urban areas are too sprawling to fit in the map, such as Tokyo and New York City. Yeah, that's a huge problem. Ha. Well, if anyone has been looking to build in Norway, there's a new map out there. Go check it out, everybody. Have I considered to appoint an interim moderator on Twitch? I have not. The main reason is I just haven't thought about it. I probably should. But I just haven't thought about it. I need moderators generally. So if anyone has a significant interest, let me know. I can't promise it's going to be in the immediate future. But it's something I need to do. I'm having node issues. It's blobbing at the train track. I'm not sure if I should just accept that. I shouldn't. You could moderate if you're here. I see. Let me give it some consideration. I'll reach out to you. I see and I chat. I'm just always very busy. And I sometimes, so here's what you fall into. I see. You are in Europe and you'll send me a message when I'm asleep. And then in bed, I will look at your message and totally forget to reply once I get out of bed. So I need to get better about that. Revo's also fallen into that a lot. I know that Revo's here. Revo and I talk. Well, we were talking a lot more. We both fallen into being very busy. But that is another, like, I'll get a message at 5 a.m. my time from Revo. Sounds familiar, right? And then I will look at it. I'll wake up. It's a terrible habit. I'll wake up. The very first thing I do is look at my phone. And I go, oh, got a message from Revo. Take a look at Revo's message. Go, okay, as soon as I get to my computer, I'm going to do that. Then I take the dogs out Then I make my kids breakfast, or not breakfast. I make them lunch. I pack a lunch every morning for them. Then I brush my teeth and do some other things. And then by the time I'm done with all those things, just completely forgot about the message. Waking up is the worst habit. ADHD advice, don't sleep in the same room as your phone. Urban Odyssey. I actually talked to my wife about this. And duly noted, funny, you're moving to Japan. Revo, I'll visit you if you do that. I actually talked to my wife about this. I told her that what I think I would like to do is move my phone into the bathroom. So we have a bathroom attached to our bedroom, and I figured I could charge it in there. Like as I go to brush my teeth, I put my phone, my watch while I shower to charge it up. And then like I have my watch on. That should be good enough. If anything's super important, that'll alert me. But the phone, it's a bad habit looking at it in bed. Whether it's before bed or after bed, none of it's good. So I agree. I probably should do that. It's helpful to have it out of the room. But your anxiety, what if there's an emergency? So the only people that it'd be problematic for are my kids. You know, if my kids were to have something happen to them, yes, that would be a problem. But I think I just, on those days, would make an exception. So that's the solution. Just when your kids are gone or when there's an important, something going on, have the exception for that time. The problem is I feel like I have the exception for all the time. So yeah. Fair ideas, yeah. You're a phone in the bathroom guy before bed too, it works? Girl Dad Ryan. I'll tell you what. In honor of you, I'm going to try it tonight. We're going to see if it works. My sleep has already improved since I've become a morning person. So I'm kind of just in the mode of changing things. As I've been on this adventure, figuring myself out. I used to stay up until 1:30 religiously, sometimes 2 a.m. And that was just what I did. And over the last little while, I started going to bed between 9:30 and 10 at the latest. And I wake up at 5 a.m. or 5:15 every day. And I do stuff now, which is a much more compatible time with Europe, which is important because I converse with people in Europe all the time. And I just kind of like that it's quiet and I can get things done and I'm not tired. I can have a cup of coffee instead of being groggy and, whatever I was before. How does one become a morning person? You force yourself. You force yourself to do things that are uncomfortable. Like waking up early. It's not easy. But now it just happens. I don't even set an alarm. I stopped. Did it a couple of times, and then you get used to it. What are these mornings you're talking about? They're these magical times a day where the whole world is asleep and it's quiet and it's beautiful, and no one bothers you. You can turn up your music and get a whole bunch of stuff done. It's awesome. Got to run for lunch plans. Poplar, you'll be back. We'll be here. Thank you so much, buddy. Hopefully lunch is good. Right? It is weird. It is weird. And it works well. It's an amazing thing. How do I become a morning person? You got a full-time, you got a job in drive time radio. That would do it. That would do it. That's what I should listen to. I haven't listened to the radio in a long time. And part of that is when I listen to the radio, I like to listen to not talk radio. I like to listen to, when I was in LA, I used to listen to I don't know, just random, it's talk radio, but not like crazy like political stuff or anything like that. I just like to listen to something that's light. Master plan music. Now, so I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, and I've been listening to, I listen to YouTube. So like, I will listen to the like most of what I listen to on YouTube is like finance stuff or business. So it's like Prof G. I like listening to like Atrioc, stuff like that. And music. No master plan music though. You want to listen to master plan music while you've been reading on your new e-reader? I don't think I could listen to music while reading. I couldn't do it. It would drive me insane. Me, a political guy? You knew an urban planner? Just curious how it fares with me as a person. Sorry. Am I a political guy? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely have thoughts about politics and political opinions. You can't be into urban planning without opinions about politics. Planning is political. My favorite politics is local politics, though. I think that what people fall into is these tribal thoughts about national politics. And the most important politics to anybody is local politics. And people completely ignore it. You end up with 20% of people voting in these elections that fundamentally alter their lives. It's when you think about it, it's legitimately crazy how little attention people pay to these major elections. Major for them, and they don't even realize how important it is. I think it's depressing, but that doesn't mean I don't want to engage with it. In fact, I have this very week engaged with it. I'm an authoritarian tyrant. True. Fact. Local politics impact your actual everyday life and no one shows up to vote. Right. So that also means if you want to have a major influence in your local community, all you have to do is show up and you'll be one of the very few people that does. So do it. Do it. And your voice matters more local? Yeah, absolutely. So here's an example of how interacting with your local government matters. My home got assessed. I thought that the assessment seemed high. I went to the Board of Assessor and I disputed my assessment. Most people wouldn't do that. They would just accept the assessment and grumble. But I know that if you present a reasoned argument, back it up with facts, and are polite about it, they'll do a case study. So they did a case study of my home and lowered my assessment considerably. Let me think. How much did they lower my assessment? Let me do some quick math. They lowered my assessment by 15%. So thousands of dollars saved in taxes because we have a very high property tax state in Wisconsin. So yeah, I could skip interacting with my local government and focus on national tribal politics and get all bent out of shape about that stuff. Or I could interact with my local government and actually have my life change. So that is one way that local government is important. Go to city council meetings and watch how you can change the way your city looks. Go to a transportation commission meeting and influence the way the trail network is in your city. Or the streets that get bike lanes. These are all things that you can do in your community. So yeah, am I political? Absolutely. But where I spend most of my political energy is local government. The local government's the best government. Most people who don't need to worry about money and time doing it. Oh, sure, but now my state government is trying to override local government zoning authority. Super fun. It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic that I have many mixed emotions about. The reason I have mixed emotions is some places are overriding local zoning authority to deal with municipalities that have had exclusionary zoning and not built enough affordable housing and relied on other communities doing so. In other instances, it's a purely political maneuver where a state government does not want a government of the opposite political persuasion to make their own decisions. That is not good. But I do believe that state governments deciding that affordable housing is not a local issue in a region isn't always a bad thing. So I have mixed emotions about that one, because in some cases there are municipalities that are not doing the right thing, and I that is why we have higher forms of government to sometimes go, these are regional issues, and the regional issues need to be dealt with regionally, especially if it's not happening already. So I hear what you're saying, but I feel like that, don't just write it off always. Long-time viewer, first time catching me live on a live stream. Seth, welcome on in. Thank you for being here. You're curious, do I have any cities that I just build for myself that I don't film? Not recently. I've actually been playing a lot of Civilization with my wife. We've been playing Civ 7. And I'm trying to like it. Her beating me is not helping, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. He's got sucked back into Civ 7. Cheating on you guys with my wife? I have been. It's been lovely. Surprising. I really like her. She's pretty cool. So I've been enjoying that. It's been good. You guys don't get all my gaming time. She gets some too. You've got a city government at odds with county government and a county government at odds with the state government. County wants to privatize the libraries rather than respect that Pride Month. I mean, that's insane. First of all, I can't think of an institution that would do worse as a private entity than a library. Particularly because of what libraries do now. Libraries just aren't just about books. Like, our libraries in Madison, they provide power tools, video games, board games, seeds. They're really about community building and filling gaps in a variety of ways. So I'm not sure how that is profitable. It's really, it's more about providing an essential city service. So I just, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Privatizing a library sounds incredibly dumb. King Blue Leo. Some new asset pack recommendations. Tourism overhaul. Oh, I already got that one. Sick. In fact, it's very good. I'm going to probably dive into it in a serious way soon. DK's Northeastern residential low. Hold on. We should dive into this one. We should. Because we grabbed it last time and did nothing with it. And I'm sure they're phenomenal. Oh, yeah. They look just like the ones in CS1, but better. Those are great. Rural check low density. Pioneer corner buildings. I think we added those too. Yeah. You're going down the list, my friend, and I actually used this one I used this one in the just before this stream too. And Arabic Villas pack. Yes, I will use some of these. I will use some of these. Lots of great assets though, for sure. For sure. I gotta get the advanced building control and turn off terraforming on those buildings. Oh, that would solve some of my problems, wouldn't it? The funny thing is, I wonder, oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. That's why, oh, thank you. The reason why it was working so well in Banff is I actually have advanced building control in Banff. So the Australian assets were not terrain conforming in Banff. They were being built into the hillside and they look sick. They look awesome. So yeah, advanced building control. That's why it looks so good. Thank you. Boom. That is what it is. That's why I keep you guys around. You guys let me know when I need to, you guys let me know everything. Korg, see you in a bit. Can the port be mixed lumber and aggregate? Yes. The question is, so here they just threw a factory in, and then up here had lumber. I guess the question is, do we just do something like this? Get rid of this stuff, hide it, and then throw stuff on top of here? Or do we just build around this? Do we throw specialized industry right inside of here? Or do we plop factories? What are you guys feeling? What are you thinking? You feel the urge to tell an expensive joke? Unless you got no good punchline prepared for today? I want to know what this means. Wolfster, why do some of your old saves time dilate, like slow down randomly? If you have an old save, it's coming back. Basically, it has to redo the entire simulation. The simulation's changed to such an extreme amount. If you load up an old save, it's going to... Oh, Phil, thank you for the gift subs. That's a good reminder. That is a good reminder that I have missed 100% of activity. And I will take a look in a second. Phil, thank you so much for the gift subs. For anyone who just got those. That's your favorite joke? Thank you. Appreciate you. For anyone who just got a gift sub, hop onto the Discord. And you can watch New Banff early. Ad-free on Vimeo. Okay. Hold on. Let's take a look. DS, thank you for the Prime. Greg, thank you so much for 31 months of Tier 1. Phil, thank you for the biddies. You've never moderated on Twitch, but could and would step back the moment the OG returns. But could I shed some light into what being a moderator on Twitch actually means for this channel? You wouldn't want to sign up for anything you don't fully grasp. Basically, what moderating means is you have the ability to start polls, ban people, and mute people. That's basically what it means. So, and also, I will look at you on Discord. I'll leave you up so that if I'm missing something because I'm an idiot, you can yell at me. That's mostly what it means. Oh my goodness, I fixed YouTube. Main drag. Thank you for the super chat. You stayed in Wisconsin Rapids with your cousin. Oh, well. You and I might have high-fived then. I'm in Wisconsin Rapids all the time. So you might have seen me there. Or maybe just look around the next time you're there. Maybe you'll see me. First Necron, thank you for 33 months of tier 3. Still, I just can't. Thank you. Always appreciate you. Phil, thank you for the biddies. There are a few small and quick wins you think that Ice Flake could get, like allowing no parking zone without having to widen the sidewalks, actually blocking cars from using the pedestrian roads, and separating row homes from medium density, low rent from high rise, and splitting up the different types of education. I'm going to add to that. Now that we have this tourism zoning that brings tourist demand, there's no reason why this couldn't be in the base game. It's awesome. It's not working here just yet because we don't have any demand. But in New Banff, it's just like through the roof. And being able to see it and respond to it is amazing. So yes, I agree. Those are quick wins I get. Pagan Scorpio, thank you for the Prime. 14 months. All the CS1 DLC content. You want it all in the game. Eventually. I'm sure that we'll get one at a time. Drip, drip, drip. Main drag. Please say flag, drag, and stagger. Did I say those wrong or right? Flag, drag, and stagger. I think I said it in my accent. Xavier, thank you for the Prime. Pardon Corn, thank you for the Prime. Main drag, thank you for the super chat again. Twin Cities, you're from the Twin Cities. Welcome on in. I need to get to the Twin Cities. I was supposed to go for a wedding, but it didn't work out. QZ, thank you for 26 months on YouTube. Huggy Bear, thank you for 3 months of Prime. And QZ, thank you for all the support over the years. Appreciate you. Papa, thank you for becoming associate planner on YouTube. Enjoy the video. Main Drag, thank you for the super chat. You can't confirm you're Randy, but you did live in San Francisco. You are Randy. I know exactly who you are. Well, that's exciting. Randy, if you are ever around, we should hang out. And if you're ever in Madison, let me know. I don't have Facebook anymore. I got rid of it, but we'll find a way to touch base. And I'm sorry that I ate your lunch meat. Cons, thank you for the 16 months and for the 5 gifted subs and for starting the hype train. Mashal, thank you so much for the Prime. And I know it's Randy because I know that Randy lived the Bay Area. 100% it's Randy. That makes so much sense. That's awesome. Seth, I'm your favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for 21 months. Appreciate you. Henry's username. How much do I think you should save up for a PC since your laptop broke a few days ago? Dear God, that is such a hard question. PCs are incredibly overpriced right now. Give me a second. Let me go through a couple more things, and then we'll do a thought experiment. We'll look at some pre-builds, and we'll see what you would need to be able to have a reasonable pre-build. Has helps. Read my message. It's part of our ritual. It's part of your ritual. Our ritual? Reminded me to do stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what's funny, Has? I opened up your email, I downloaded the song, and then I didn't push play. It's sitting in my downloads. So you've reminded me, and it's there now. Phil, thank you for 21 months. Cord, thank you for 27 months, even though you're not here now. And E-Baked Potato, I missed you last time. Thank you for 2 years. Appreciate you. Checked RAM prices. Almost 2K USD for 128 DDR5. So insane. I mean, so I kind of know this. So for the editor, I had to buy, you guys can't see, it's magic. It's hidden. You can see it now. So this is a Thunderbolt. Well, so I bought 2 things. 3 things? 4 things. Many things. I bought this. This is a Ugreen Thunderbolt 5 external NVMe enclosure. And I bought a 4 terabyte NVMe drive to go in here. $500. Insane price. Got a laptop. That really was not fun to buy. It was a MacBook Pro. $4,000, mostly because of the RAM. Very exciting. Much happy. Got less RAM than I want and paid twice as much for it. Perfect. You remember when they were 600? Computer parts are insane. Yeah, like just legitimately, like if you're looking to build or buy a PC, let's just see what Best Buy has. My local Best Buy. It's probably going to be much worse than it should be. I don't want to take a survey. Leave me alone. Okay. So $2,000 for this for this HP Omen, 16 gigs of RAM and a 5060. That is legitimately an insane price. They all have 5060s. So 5060. There's nothing wrong with a 5060. The problem is the price. I think it probably a year ago would have been half of that. So let's say we go for, let's say you want to do content creation. Go for 5070 or 5070 Ti. Now we're bumping up. We're kind of getting into crazy land. Like, do you really want to spend $2,000? I guess this isn't. I mean, yeah, it just sucks. The prices are not good. So yeah. 8 gig is a bit wrong in the mid-range GPU. Yeah. That's the big problem with that. The 8 gigs of VRAM in the graphics card means that it's outdated already. So like, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's a tough pill to swallow and to pay that much for it. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't know. Things will fall eventually, but I think it's going to get much worse before it gets better. So I guess if you're going to buy something, buy it as soon as possible. And you'll probably save money relative to what it would be in like a few months. You're prepared to save up for a long, long time. Well, the problem is it's just going to continue to get worse. So I think I know a few people who have decided to just they didn't want to do it right now, but they figure it's going to continue to get worse, and I kind of get it. That's why even though the editor situation didn't work out, it's not like I'm done with that. So even though it was annoying to pay what I paid for some of these things, I think it gets worse from here. So it will get used. I just have stuff now, and I'm waiting. You remember when game developers optimized their games? Sure. Why would we need to do that? We now have AI upscaling that can actually generate your art. We don't need to worry about anything. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that word. I said that word. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So you're screwed. Sure sounds fun. No, you're just going to end up paying more than you want. I mean, that's ultimately the reality of where you're at. And what I would say is make sure that whatever you buy, it's really easy to save money by not giving yourself an upgrade path. Don't do that. Like, if you've got to save money, just make sure that whatever you're buying has an upgrade path. Like, it's really easy to go and get something that has, DDR4 in it, or get a GPU, like save money on the GPU by getting 8 gigs of VRAM. Like, don't do that. Like, it's the wrong place to save money. So glad you built yours in 2024 when RAM was $99. Yeah. I kind of wonder. Maybe I shouldn't. This is I kind of want to know how much my RAM was in my machine. Okay. So I have okay, we're going to play a fun game. This PC that I'm playing Skylines on has 96 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, Corsair Vengeance. Don't look it up. Don't cheat. How much do you think it cost back in February 2025? Let's play a game. $1,800, $352, 350. 250, 450, 7,500. I think you're a little off there. I got it for $319. Let's see. If I wanted to get the exact same RAM today, it would be $1,366. For this entire order, I spent $1,276. I got my Kraken AIO, my RAM, a ProArt motherboard with 10 gig networking, and a power supply. $1,276. So that is kind of a good illustration of how insane prices have gotten, that I was able to get everything except for the GPU, and everything but the GPU, case, and processor for the same price as the RAM alone would cost today. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. If you had a pet pig, you would name Chris P. Bacon. I would too. City Skylines will run on 16 gigs of RAM just fine. Yeah, it will. I didn't get the RAM for City Skylines. City Skylines 2 32 is fine, I think. You won't really top out. But my goal is not to just play City Skylines. I want to play City Skylines for sure, but I want to do other stuff too. Do mods use more RAM? No. If you're recording and editing though, true. I don't do that on this machine. I have a dual PC setup, but if you are going to do all of that, you're going to need more RAM for sure. For sure. Can I make some train pieces? So this is one of my irritations with bridges and ports. You can't actually add the train, the intermodal train terminal until you have transported a whole bunch of goods. But here's the thing. You aren't the boss of me, Skylines. I'll do what I want. I'm in the dev menu. Which one is it? Right here. Oh, there's a passenger. And there it is. There it is. Boom. Oh yeah, we made that happen just fine. And it's part of the port. And that was a good call. We should actually do this first. This is why you play Unlock All. Bridges and Ports is the first time I've ever wanted to play Unlock All. The main reason I don't ever want to play Unlock All in this game is simply that the game doesn't really direct you to do things. Like, traffic will get bad, but usually it's because you're a bonehead, not because of anything else. So I just kind of feel like I wanted the progression so that there was like a rationale for things. But then Bridges and Ports like arbitrarily gated things in kind of bizarre ways. Thankfully, dev menu helps. But if it weren't for that little trick right there, I probably would unlock all, specifically because of this DLC. Are we making a Duluth? No, but so I did speak with Joe. I should speak with Joe quite a bit. And Joe did say, he's like, go ahead and please use the assets in your builds. And I did tell him, I was like, fine, Joe. I'm going to use your assets in my builds. But I'm going to try to be respectful about it by linking his videos every single time. Whatever video he's created the assets for. Just out of respect. Transport 50K of goods. As if it wasn't anything harder than just wait for the harbor to transport. So, yeah. This is another problem with Bridges and Ports. So why is the harbor doing anything? What is the point? Like when you think about the harbor, if I wanted to export more stuff, how would I make that happen? How do I influence that? How do I control what's going on? Like, there's just no way to do any of it. Stuff's just happening to you. So, I don't know. That is probably the biggest reason. Like, I wouldn't mind the progression if it felt like I could control it. But it's just stuff that's happening. It like lacks the game component, bluntly, which is probably the most rude way to put it, but also the most truthful. So, what's my favorite mod for CS2? Was Platter. And then that damn wizard Luca released network tools. And now I think that the game is unplayable without network tools. So I would say, well, it's weird. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like Yang Yang doesn't really get his just dues anymore. Like, so many great mods that Yang Yang has put together, but we're just all so used to them at this point that it's like, oh, Better Bulldozer is actually pretty amazing. Anarchy does some amazing stuff that I couldn't live without. If we're just being upfront and honest, like, Recolor is the whole reason why the vanilla recolor was created. So there's a lot, and this is not to diminish any of those. It's just that I really love these other mods too. Biggest problem with bridges and ports is the UI, UX, and the lack of asset variation, the variety in the assets. Yeah, I still think it's too stark white too. looks like you can create Port Disneyland, and yeah, the assets look the same. I agree. Hot take: the modding community has a serious AI problem right now. You're not gonna lie. That's not a hot take. I think most people agree. And I would say that well, first of all, I'm gonna continue deleting everything. Sorry. I think that the AI problem has evolved. At one point, the issue was people were making thumbnails with AI, and people didn't like that, but they tolerated that. But then they generated whole mods, and now people are rightfully upset because then they don't know if a mod will be updated. But I don't know. It's not as if this is a new thing. It's a different thing. And the question is, what happens with it? How big of a problem is it? What do we do with this? I don't really know. Lots of people are upset, though, I think. And then there's just as many who don't care, who think it's the golden age of modding. That is a take that I've heard as well. Who are like, oh my goodness. People who had no experience now can create things that are awesome. So it all depends on who you talk to. Getting sucked into the trap, I know. I'm done with it. We're not doing it again. That's a take. Favorite versus most useful DLCs. Banana Express, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So my take of the best, most useful, the most useful DLC and the best DLC for Skylines 2 is Bridges and Ports, because it's the only one. If you're talking about the content creator packs, I would say I still think that supply chains is the best one for me. I just think it adds a lot of progression mechanics that the game is severely lacking. 4 Palm Trees. Oh, that was one of the best. That was one of the best DLCs ever created for any game ever. I really enjoyed having 4 palm trees, and I think I demonstrated my enthusiasm for that DLC in my video, which was still, I think to this day, one of the least fun videos that I think I've made on the channel, because I was just, as I was making it, I was like, oh, this just sucks to make. Like, you never want to make a video. Like, I'm not one of those people who gets enthusiastic about making a video dunking on things. Like, that's not fun for me. But also, it was incredibly easy to dunk on it because it sucked. Good on Paradox and CO for reversing course and making it free, just a part of the game. But they took the hardest road to get there. That was in my opinion, a very unforced error. It was super obvious that it was going to be poorly received. The moment that I played it for the first time, my reaction was, wait, that's it? that's the stuff? That's what we're getting? Okay. Actually, I may have even asked, is that it? Could be worse. SimCity with the Nissan Leaf. I bought that one. I still have it. You're telling me that DLC was problematic? A DLC that advertises to you? That was a quality DLC. Everyone loved that one. I don't have a... I almost want to leave because I don't have area bucket and I'm missing a whole bunch of surfaces. So like I don't have anything that matches. Oh wait, that's it right there. That's not the right color. Okay, whatever. The concrete surface is what I was looking for. Because I want it to blend in with this. Do I think that Paradox has a bureaucracy issue? I can only speak for the interactions that I've had with Paradox. Hasn't seemed that way, but I don't speak with Paradox as a game developer. So I don't really know what, you know, or as Ice Flake. So I don't really know what the situation's like in that regard. It's hard to say. Maybe they do. It hasn't. I think whenever, I think I've spoken about what I think the issues were with Skylines 2, and I think it was a mixture. So I have many hypotheses. Oh, hypothesize? That's not right. My hypothesis about the things that have happened in this game. I think it's a mixture of Colossal Order losing the staff that it needed to produce the game, plus, let's see, that, plus maybe a little bit. Maybe they were a little bit overconfident in the things that they could accomplish. I think that expectations were too high. There were a whole variety of things that happened. The pandemic, that was probably another thing, yes. But I think that ultimately, I don't know. I guess a lot of people blame Paradox. I don't necessarily. And I think that them bringing on Ice Flake is one of the reasons why I don't blame them. Because I feel like they gave Colossal Order time multiple times. And then made a really tough call. Like, I think it would really suck to need to fire a beloved developer, and you know, bring in an in-house developer. I think it must have been not fun and a difficult thing to do. Do I think the planned crossover with the Sims thing derailed it a bit? Well, it's never confirmed. I mean, I think a lot of people speculated that. It's hard to say. I mean, I think that a lot of people have thought. So you're talking about Life by You. You know, potentially. I mean, who knows? I guess there's only been speculation as to what role Life by You could have played in Skylines 2, if any at all. And it's all just speculation. None of us really know. So, I mean, sure, maybe, but that's one factor. I think reasonably, there are just so many things that were not complete and not done in the game. It's well beyond that. That's just one thing. You blame CO. Even in CS1, they were a little blind with the community requests. Yeah, I would agree with that. One of the things that I've said is it feels like there's a whole bunch of things that are possible now that weren't possible before. I got the distinct feeling in the past, and I don't think I'm the only one who feels this way, that there were just things that Colossal Order was just never going to do because that wasn't the game that they wanted to make. But I think the thing about games is you don't design the game for you. You design the game for the community. And that should always be like you set the initial vision, and then the community is the reason why the game lives. So if people have requests, I think you just got to listen. And the games that do the best, that last the longest, they're listening to the community constantly. And I feel like, a great example of that is like Stardew Valley. Like whenever a new tree is added to the game, Concerned Ape is just out there asking people, letting them vote on what they want. He's still making the game that he wants to make, but he's also listening to people and giving people a bit of agency, so they feel like they're also getting the things that they want. And that's an important part, I think, of making a successful game. Especially if you want it to have 10 years of legs, which was a stated goal for Skylines. A stated goal was for it to have all these legs. Containers don't make sense, guys. I'm getting rid of the containers. I'm just realizing this is a metal and steel plant. I wish we could change this to not have containers. I probably should have the storage. Would make a lot more sense. You love Ice Flake? You hope they remove tile upkeep and fix progression? Man, me too. But the thing is, I believe it's possible. Like that was like kind of the bummer part of where I was at for a while, and I know I wasn't the only one that was there. Like for a while, it just kind of felt like we're not going to do those things. Like we're just not going to do X, Y, and Z. And it does feel like they all options are on the table. So I like that about them a lot. You know what I'd really like them to fix? Whatever this dumb thing is. You've experienced this. You go to build something and the grid is just a little off. So then you can eyeball it. But you don't really want to do that. And it's if you post your concern on Reddit, someone will say, well, you didn't toggle all the things you're supposed to toggle, and that's why it happened. And there is truth to that, but also the game should just work. So yeah. You don't get you started with Life by You, chat. Still sore over it. Also, RIP The Sims. I know, sad that the deal was completed. It was also the least surprising thing to happen this year, that it was going to happen. Unfortunately. Reddit being unhelpful? Never. Reddit can be very helpful. And I know some very lovely people that I've talked to on Reddit, but boy, it can also be a brutal place. It is the remaining social media that I have, and it tests me. It makes me wonder: should I still have this thing, or should I get rid of it? Depends on the sub. Euro Truck Master, welcome on in. Steve, plus side, you don't have to buy EA games anymore. It's its own special. Oh wait, hold on. So you can save money. By the way, Steve, I was lurking yesterday and I saw you somewhere else, and I thought about saying hi, and then I realized I love my lurk so much, I wasn't gonna give it up. I was very much enjoying it. Maybe it was the day before. It was an Oxygen Not Included stream. Someone that I very much like and enjoy. What happened to The Sims? EA was sold to the Saudi Arabian government and Jared Kushner. If you're into that sort of thing, you're probably very excited today. Also, a whole bunch of their staff will likely be laid off. It's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Biffa, good to see you, buddy. How's it going? EA makes games still? EA still makes SimCity. It's not a SimCity worth playing, but it's a SimCity. Feel like they could recalculate a grid when the road creates a closed loop easily. So I think what bothers me about the grid thing is that I actually don't have a solution. Like, there are a lot of things in the game that it feels like the fix is very evident and easy. I don't feel that way with the grid thing. I feel like it's a harder fix. I have no suggestion, which makes me just the complainer, which I don't like to be. I'm not replying to your questions. I tell you what, I won't reply to your question, but I'll highlight this one. That's not helpful. I know. I'm sorry. Ask again. Hey, Biffa Jr., welcome on in. Hopefully you're doing well. Hold on. Is this the same Biffa Jr. That was in that video? Because that was a great video. In fact, Biffa Jr.'s video inspired my wife. She actually asked to be in a video, which is like, whoa. Might have to do that. Academic, welcome on in. Good to see you, buddy. Be super fun. Well, so yeah, my wife asked to be in a video. Yeah, it was. She was like, it's time. You can teach me how to play City Skylines. The only city building game I've ever seen her enjoy was oh gosh, which one was it? I made a video on it. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. I don't know. I can't think of the name of it. It was a survival city builder, and she played it for like. She went nuts. It was like 5 hours straight, and I haven't seen her do that in a long time. Peanut, good to see you, buddy. This is the youngest one. Your first video was the first video with your son. Very nice. No, it was not Urbeck. Urbeck is good though, and I should get back to that one. The next, my manager told me about this one. The next video I want to make. Oh, hold on, not sand. You just reminded me. Sorry. Gotta try that one. Not Furthest Frontier. No. Arduin, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you guys had. No, it wasn't RimWorld. It's an early access game. I'm not sure it was. Raiders, welcome on in. What were you guys playing? Are you guys having a good day? What is new? I should play RimWorld. I have not though. Northern Illinois Railroader. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Raiders, what were you up to? What were you guys playing? Wasn't Timberborn. I thought that she would like Timberborn. She never got into it. We're doing the usual. CS2 on Poplar's last map. I love it. I love it. Listen. Okay. Hold on. I'm doing two things. I would like you to hop into the Discord, go into City Hall, and then we can become friends. Because you've raided me a whole bunch. I would love to raid you. I followed you, so I can find you now. And one of these days, I want to raid you. You keep raiding me, but I got to raid you. So enjoy the gift sub. Hop in the City Hall. Let's chat, and then I'll raid you one of these days. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. It's my turn to raid you. And no problem. No problem. Enjoy. I have a video that if you want to watch it, it's out there. This looks bad, by the way. I don't like this. We're gonna replace that eventually. If it wasn't broke, you'd give more. Hey, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Hanging out here is good enough. That is more than enough. Girl Dad Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Your daughter's asking if I have a YouTube button from YouTube. I do. Do you want to see it? I can take a break. Hold on. Yes. Girl Dad Ryan, hold on. If your daughter's still there. Give me 2 seconds. I will show it to you. Okay, we're gonna switch. Okay, we're back. We're back. There you go. So yes, there's the real life view. So zoom. Good to see you. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully she enjoyed. Thank you so much again for the super chat. I appreciate you. Am I having beer? I am. I'm having a raspberry tart from New Glarus. What a pretty smile. You guys haven't called me out, or at least I haven't noticed it yet. Yeah, the raspberry tart from New Glarus is amazing. I shaved the beard this morning. I screwed up my mustache last night, and I had to do it. I would have looked crazy. So I had to do it. So my beard lasted for exactly a week. Can we get a video grinding War Thunder? You know, it's funny. They reached out to sponsor a million years ago. And I played it, and I actually enjoyed the game. But I was like, I just don't like the monetization. I think it's predatory. So, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Even if the game's fun. You can't stand playing War Thunder or grinding? Feel like you have to have premium? 1000%. It's the whole reason that I stopped playing. Like, my favorite game was NBA 2K. My favorite game in the world is NBA 2K. And then they decided that the only way to win at NBA 2K was to pay for VC. And you could in theory continue to enjoy the game by grinding, but it really wasn't fun anymore. So I just stopped playing. That is my response to those tactics. Yeah, he's doing the same thing with FIFA. Not surprised. Listen, people who play those games, like before I was the Skylines guy, my games were Tony Hawk, Madden, and NBA 2K. I was big into sports games. I was big into skating games. You know, I'd never been a skateboarder. I just thought the games are super fun. And they the monetization on the sports games is what started to kill them for me. And then Tony Hawk stopped being made. Yeah, Tony Hawk was awesome. Loved it. I actually bought the remaster when it came out. It's just as good. GoldenEye Mario Kart. I mean, same. I leave Nintendo off because I still play Nintendo games. Like, I've been playing a lot of Smash Brothers. I don't even talk about it. I don't even think about that as gaming. It's just like a thing that I do. Which is crazy. It's why Nintendo is Nintendo. Because like I just continue to play Nintendo games and don't even think about it. And a new Nintendo system comes out and it's like, I've got to buy it. Of course I'm going to buy it. It's Nintendo. Every game's going to be a hit. It's going to be a banger every single time. Oh, as I've been mulliganing the port over and over and over, I ran out of money. Sweet. My bad. Didn't mean for that to happen. Welp. Wait, CPB, did you ground or air? I did ground. And I just went in there. I went in there just doing the free stuff, and it begins really fun, and then you realize it's just a grind, and it's like, So what bothers me about games like that is it's literally just wasting life. I don't want a game to feel like it's just like wasting my life unless I give it money. Like, people will complain about like Skylines having too many DLCs, but like you can still enjoy Skylines. Like Skylines 1 without DLC and just the Steam Workshop, quality game. And anyone who says otherwise is fooling themselves. Is it better with DLC? Absolutely. But it's still a great game without it. And Skylines 2 is the exact same way. But games like that are trash games without having a stack of cash you can throw at it. Developer mode, just give yourself the cash I wanted. I could, but that feels like cheating. To be fair, a game like War Thunder, it wouldn't last very long if you just got the tank plane that you wanted. That is true. That is a good point. The whole point of that game is grinding so that you earn the thing, and then the thing is super valuable to you because it took a long time. So my only dispute with that is that so when I played 2K, for instance, NBA 2K, I had so much fun grinding when it was... So basically, back in the day, before VC was a thing, they had My Player. The first year My Player came out, I don't know what year it was, but you couldn't pay to win. And the experience was so fun. It was so fun. And it became the only game I wanted to play. All I wanted to play was NBA 2K. I would get home from work and I would I'd get a couple games off. I'd play with my friends. Then I would do the normal things. And then after my wife would fall asleep, I'd go down and play NBA 2K again. And I tested NBA 2K. So to love the game that much because it was that fun, it said something. But they ruined it. They just straight up destroyed the game by adding in VC, and they made it way harder to earn, and they raised the price of everything in game. So like, it wasn't that the game wasn't rewarding before. It was just that the only way for it to be rewarding was to pay after they added the VC component. So I think that War Thunder could be fun if it were a full-fledged, full-price game that had DLCs. It's just a different model. I just don't like it. My player was 2009. That sounds about right. Well, the very first iteration was amazing. And that was the VC-less iteration. And then I want to say it was like the year after they released the gold version of the game where you got a bunch of virtual currency. And that was before you could buy it. And then they started adding it in there, and then it got worse and worse and worse. So yeah. Dang, vendors and people looking for jobs keep taking you away from the stream. Lord cursed. Sounds awesome. Was there a Pokemon discussion you missed? You walked away for a second? So I've tried to not talk about Pokemon on stream only because my oldest daughter is in I don't even think it's a Pokemon phase. I think she's a Pokemaniac. And we talk about Pokemon all the time. And she's constantly asking me what my favorite Pokemon is. From like the newer versions of the game. And I just looked at her recently and I was like, listen, sweetie, if it's not one of the original 151, it doesn't exist to me. They're not real Pokemon. They just started making a whole bunch of them up. And I just can't anymore. I just can't. The only Pokemon game you've played is Fire Red and it was goated. Okay, boomer. Okay, zoomer. I know. Wait. So here's the thing, Phoenix. You tell me that Goomy is the best. I don't know if that's a real Pokemon or not. You might just be making up a word, and I might believe you. Way to make me sound old. I know. But you feel the same. You're with me. Goomy is cute. Oh, I'm afraid to even look it up. Lucario? Yeah. An hour late. You're not an hour late. You're more than an hour late, but that's okay. We're just glad you're here. We're just glad you're here. Appreciate you. Thank you. So the one Pokemon game that my daughter and wife are playing right now it's the Ditto one where you make a city. And they keep saying that I would love it. And I keep saying the name of it wrong. So that's why I'm not going to even try right now. She's playing ZA and she's playing the other one. Pick something. Oh, yeah, Pokepia. That game's awesome. So my wife was grinding at Pokepia and she had me like just adding light poles all over the place. And I was like, it seemed fine. It kind of reminded me of a mixture of Minecraft and Stardew Valley. And I was kind of digging it. Are you the only one watching from Kenya? I don't know. I would say probably not. You never know. feel like you should be it should be Pokapia, like Utopia. Poka, Sinister Plank. I think I know where you're going. Oh, it's Animal Crossing, but Pokemon. Okay, that's probably more fair. I like Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a lot of fun. I haven't played it enough, but I've enjoyed it every time I have. Pokopia. Pokopia? It's not Pokapia? Pokopia. Oh. Pokopia. You guys are all saying it differently. You just started playing Crimson Desert? What's my thoughts on that? I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. I sound a little insane right now. Well, that's most days. Should you stay watching or play some Oxygen Not Included? Sharpless. I think that you should do whatever makes you happy. We would miss you, but we would also understand. And I watched Soever Dream playing the other day. So I get it. So this, by the way, this aggregate mine is one of the upgradable ones. So I should be able to prevent all this spawning and only put things that I want. I've never used it before. This is from Confused Little Devil, who's just taken it upon themselves to fix 100% of the specialized industry in the way that it should have initially been. It's awesome. Super cool. Do whatever you want. We'll let you chat. They're dead to us. Did I see that there's a Tropico 7 on the way? I actually, the funny thing is I was reading about it right here. Yeah. I am super pumped about Tropico 7. The only thing that I'm a little bit disappointed in is it seems like it's potentially not going to be dramatically different than previous installments, which I guess I'm not surprised about. I was kind of hoping that they would just like really go big. But Tropico is less about, I mean, it's about city building, but Tropico is really more about the political sim. It's about dictator sim. And it's a ton of fun if you've never played it. Hold up, what is Sandcastle? Yeah. Hold on. Well, so my manager told me about it. Let's see. So, hold on. Let me see if I can make this look better. Come on. We got to do better than 360. There we go. So, you make a sandcastle. That is the game. And it just looks so dang charming. It just looks like a good time. Who doesn't love to go to the beach and just like make a little river? So it looks, to me, it looks like Tiny Glade, but with a water sim. So there's a demo, and it's actually available for Mac too. So I wanted to record this before stream, but I just ran out of time. I didn't get to play it yet, but my game plan this weekend is just to spend a little bit of time with the demo and then make a video early next week. Just a quick one. Kind of going over it. We're going to see how it is. So anyway, it's been out. It's been out. No one's talking about it. No reviews even. So my game plan is to do that. Say, oh, hold on. If I'm gonna show it to you, I should give you a link, huh? They plan on doing any subway builders soon? No. Not because I dislike Subway Builder, but because the developer was an absolute dingus, and I feel like I should not be supporting that kind of behavior. Speaking of you know, like social media, I mean, just like boneheaded behavior to go on and like diss the fans of the game makes zero sense to me. What do they do? Oh God, I don't want to rehash this again. Just go look up Subway Builder Twitter. Thoughts on the supply chain additions to Matterlords? Haven't played it yet. The whole, I will be honest, guys. The whole editor thing has taken so much oxygen, from my world that I have not had the opportunity to try some things. It's really sucked. Like I'm hoping there's gonna be one of two things that happens. I either have a resolution in the next week and I don't tell anyone about it, except for what I just said right now, or I am the editor now, and you guys will deal with me being the slowest editor the channel has on offer, but also having the supreme vision of exactly what the video should be. You'd help me edit videos? It would take you about 3 months per video. That's perfect. That's what I'm hoping for, actually. I'm that when I hire an editor, my explicit instructions are, if you could go a little bit slower, I think it helps people. It's kind of like marinating a steak. You kind of want to let things simmer. So if I could release one video a quarter, I think I might make people very happy. 275 an hour. I was actually hoping to pay you guys $1,000 an hour. So if that sounds interesting to you, making $1,000 an hour, by all means, you could edit for me at $1,000 per hour. I would love to do that. Stop lowballing. I know. I'll do better. Talk about quarterly. $1,000 a pay cut, per hour is a pay cut to you. I just don't have a good enough job to offer you then. You will learn to edit so you can get that bag. Wait, Dar, you know how to edit videos, don't you? You are a content creator. You know what you're doing. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit. That is, although to be fair to content creators not knowing how to edit, I suppose I was in that boat where I didn't know how to edit for a long time. Maybe I still don't know how to edit all that well. There's a lot of people who are better. I'll see an up and coming YouTuber that just has like crazy editing skills and I get super jealous. You love editing when you have time? I love editing too. That's been the hardest part of all of this, is I actually really enjoy editing. But I think I'm at a point, and you know, I think a lot of content creators could probably relate to this. I'm at a point where I love editing, but I want to create things more than I want to edit videos. So even though I love it, there's just other stuff I want to do. So this is what this mod does, by the way. It allows you to add these upgrades. The upgrades, I mean, I don't know what they actually do. Sick. That's awesome. My fences are deleting. I'll have to add those myself. That's cool though. Nice. Poplar, how was the stream? It's been good. It's been chill. You still enjoy editing more, but you're too lazy to fly your drone at the moment. Speaking of drones, you wanted to show you a video. I wanted to show you. Okay, I see. I have flown my drone, but I've never taken a video with it. I've flown it. Actually, after we had all the hail, I inspected my roof, the damage on the roof with the drone. I feel very self-conscious flying it. It's loud. It feels wrong. Also, in an urban area, it feels very wrong to fly it. Feels like people are like, "What are you doing with your drone flying in the city? You creeper! What creepy thing are you doing with your drone?" And I'm just enjoying being a pilot. That doesn't go away. Well, thanks, Steve. Now I'm gonna sell the thing. I thought that it would go away, and it just doesn't, and it makes me not want to use it. But now I have my wife who, like, well, she hasn't thought about it. Maybe she will now that maybe she'll listen to the stream and think about it and think I'm a dirtball. You live in a rural area, people would probably think it's a Chinese drone and shoot it down. Well, mine is. Mine's DJI. But they're like the best brand. People need to get over that. Would be a good FPV drone operator in a war. I would be. I don't want to do that. I don't want war, and I don't want to fly a drone. You get a high visibility vest, and everyone thinks that you're a surveyor, and they leave you alone. Okay. Kermit, you are a genius. You are a genius. That is precisely what I'm going to do. It'll look like I'm doing traffic counts. On one hand, I think that it's wrong to pretend that you're doing something that you're not. On the other, I kind of dig it. On the other, as soon as stream is done, I am going to buy that vest. And if you see a guy in a vest flying a drone, you know what I'm up to. I'm just being safe. That's right. You have to have an FAA certificate to fly drones, at least in your neck of the woods. Well, sure. Listen, I have my drone pilot's license. All you have to do is be persistent and have a half an hour of time. If someone tells you that they have their drone license, don't be impressed by that. You can go get your drone license. You don't even have to have a drone. That is the least impressive thing that someone has done. When I got my drone license, my response to doing it was, that was it? Huh. How about that? Yeah, in Germany too, you have to do the same thing. Commercial drone license is a bit harder. The civilian one's 10-minute online quiz. Yeah. The civilian one is so easy that it kind of felt like... It felt like I should, like, it wasn't real. Like, it couldn't possibly... That couldn't possibly be it. But it was. That was it. It was just the quick little test. You know, I should vary these up. The piles are different. I don't know if this looks great, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Concrete batch plant, cool. You got a forklift license, so you can so you got that going for you. It's expired, but still cursed. I dig it. Driving a forklift sounds like it'd be fun. Although machinery in general kind of scares me. It's not that the machinery scares me, it's that my own, I think I would not be good at it. It feels like it's not within my wheelhouse from a skill standpoint. You could watch me for hours. I'm just struggling though. I'm not like adding this has made this kind of a mess. This port is not good, and I don't know how to fix it. And I'm also missing all the detailing mods I normally use. So I feel kind of lost and aimless. Struggle Phil is right. When will the master plan music streams be coming back? So they're on Twitch. YouTube keeps going down, and I don't know how to fix it. Short of hosting it elsewhere, but it's been live on Twitch now with no one watching for weeks on end. It has 5 followers, and it's been on for weeks. Never goes down. Why are there passenger trains going to my cargo harbor? Well, there's a good solution. It's mostly because I'm a that's the big reason. I screwed up. Let me fix this. I think it's gonna be an easy fix. I'll make that stop happening. My bad. Be nice. Well, yeah, I'll be nice to myself. Okay. So I didn't remember that I didn't actually have any cargo. So I just took the only train in the region that was driving by, and I was like, just stop here too. You found it really funny to see flight logs when you first got your drone going in circles back and forth many times? Mine is basically launched off my deck, gone around my neighborhood. I have panicked at how far away it was, thinking that it was just going to crash somewhere randomly. And then I brought it straight back. Push the return to home button. Am I from Oregon? First of all, Jenny, I'm not sure if it's Oregon or Oregon, because we have a community here. I'm so confused at this point that I get it wrong every time. No, I've actually never been to it's the only state on the West Coast I haven't been to is Oregon. Oregano? Oregon. Oregon is the city here then. Oregon. Much like you guys have Milwaukee spelled wrong, we have Oregon spelled wrong. Oregon spelled wrong? Oregon? You'd actually recommend going out into the country somewhere to fly? Less people and open areas with less stuff and potential to hit? So I thought about that. I should just take it to my in-laws' house out in the country. That'd be fun. One of these days. No, I was saying it right at first. I'm sure I was. Good afternoon. Hey, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Oregon. 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 So Oregon is here. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm never pronouncing the name of that state ever again. The only state on the West Coast that I haven't been to. And now I'm not going to go. I mean, there's 3. It's not impressive. It sounds much more impressive until you're like, oh, actually there's 3. Half my cities are like they could be that state. Call it Portlandia. That's about right. Oh yeah, sorry. I've not been to Alaska or Hawaii, but I never think of them as being West Coast. They are. I just never think of it like that. Yeah, that state. Madden City Skylines building could construct into non-square lots only and would have more weirder shapes they could generate too. Sounds like the game that many people would like to have. You just got a DGI Lido 1 and had some birds take a disliking to it. So this is something that I've been concerned about, actually. I have a lot of red-winged blackbirds by my house, and I am afraid that they will start attacking the drone. and hawks. I watch this hawk all the time that just like sits outside the window. And I feel like the hawk is going to come and attack the drone. I wouldn't blame it. I wouldn't be happy about it though. What is the mod that lets you delete the smokestacks? And how do you use it? Better Bulldozer. And it's the way that you do it. You go into remove sub-building elements. Make sure you have the main asset selected. And then if you go to exact match on some buildings, this building doesn't have smokestacks as sub-elements. It's the main part of the asset. But on many factories, the smokestacks are their own thing. And you can go in and just delete them. And then if you screw it up and you want to bring it back, go to reset, tap the asset, it'll come right back. It's an amazing mod. And that's exactly why I said I think that Yang Yang doesn't get his dues, because that's one of the OG mods, and it's immensely helpful in customizing your builds. I think we take it for granted these days how great it is. Why do I hate smokestacks? I don't hate smokestacks necessarily. I think there are too many of them in this game. So I kind of feel like a lot of modern industrial is actually pretty clean. The biggest issue with modern industrial is that it's either noisy or has heavy freight traffic. You know, like a Home Depot distribution center, a Target distribution center, Amazon distribution center. The uses themselves aren't polluting. They're bright and they're loud, but they produce a ton of traffic. That's the bigger issue. And I feel like Skylines treats all industry like it's 1910 and it's terrible to live by. But that's just like that's not the reality. I mean, also, I'll show you two different realities. So, oh, this is super old. It's not going to show me the new. That's unfortunate. This is oh, there it is. Okay. Well, so this is what it used to be. It was a transfer point at the metro system. Now it's Amazon, and it has tons of traffic coming out this facility all hours of the day. It's just a first and last mile Amazon facility. I mean, you can see the number of cars that are parked here, number of delivery vehicles. So is this pleasant to live by? I don't think so. But it's because they keep the lights on 24/7. They're bright. There's a ton of them. There's a ton of traffic dumping onto Milwaukee Street. That's not great. But it's not polluting. And this sort of thing doesn't really exist. So if you want to make this, the best you can do is delete smokestacks or get custom assets. So that's how I feel about it. But like, I've talked about how one of the facilities that I worked on, where is it? Here it is. When I was planning in Sun Prairie, well, I'm in the wrong spot. This was all developed. This is all industrial. This is the it's called the Park 151 industrial park. And so Joe Geske put out some assets that look like this. What you have in here are like scientific companies, distribution centers. People don't mind living next to this, you know, like no smokestacks. Like this company, I think they make scientific implements, like, you know, like beakers, things like that. Masks, I don't know, different stuff like that. There's I mentioned Home Depot because that's in here. There's a Home Depot distribution center. There's a furniture distribution center, and Milwaukee Tool is in here. So it's like, it's not bad to live next to industrial. This is like right next to residential. Here's where it is. It's all brand new, and it's specifically been built next to a residential area, and then people want to be close to it because they can walk or bike to it. So there they are. Buy a house right next to it. Go to your job right there. So I just think that the way that industrial is in this game, this is a form of industrial, but it's not most industrial, not most modern industrial. This is high-tech industrial from SimCity 4. You know, in a sense, sure, yeah. Raiders? Hold on. Raiders. I am sorry that I've missed you. Hold on. I am Keebler. Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid raiders. What were you guys doing? Doobie Scoot Canoe. That's not what the Raiders were up to. City Skylines doesn't know whether it wants to be SimCity 2000 or with a gamification of the zones or modern day City Painter. I'd say it's decided it wants to be a City Painter. Where you live, most of the manufacturing is right next to the residential zones, except for steel and chemicals. They have their own areas. Yeah. Yeah. You were playing SimCity 2. Yes, tell me. I didn't notice you. Not only did I notice you, I'm highlighting you. The real thing, I need to do the whole shout out thing. But I'm bad at it. I'm very bad at it. I'm pretty sure I just screwed that up. Yep. Q, thank you. That is the right way to do it. You saved me. You saved me. I know you can't do it, but I can copy and paste what you did. Thank you, buddy. You spent time building your city too fast and going broke, and then taxing the crap out of your residents to recover. So it was a success. We've all been there. We've all been there. Q could handle it, but I wouldn't put any pressure on anyone. Is there anything Q couldn't handle? No. No. So on that note, hold on. I've missed a whole bunch of stuff. Ring loves me. Thank you for 32 months. Appreciate you. Little Sentex. Thank you so much for the prime. Astro Antonio, thank you for 25 months. Past 2-year mark. Been gone a minute, but you're back. I appreciate you being here. Little Mamo, thank you so much for the 46 months being associate planner on YouTube. Almost 50. Love my content. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's a long time. It's a long time. B. Ian, thank you so much for the 24 months. Officially 2 years old, 24-month anniversary. Hope the streams are going well. It's been good. Been good. Slim Bean, thank you so much for becoming associate planner on YouTube. DS, thank you for becoming for the prime. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you all. Imagine having industry in your city. Why not simply have everyone work in government offices with no pollution issues? Capital life. That is true. You could just have everyone work in government offices and universities. But here's the problem. Let's say it's City Skylines, and you try to create that city, and you build basically no industry and a bunch of universities and colleges. Your city dies because your city has to support the college. It has to pay for it, not the other way around. Not that the college is funded by the state and the state is funded by the greater region. And it's actually a net benefit. It's a huge negative in the game. Time to go to bed. Almost 11. Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Salt Lake City is a state capital and there's lots of industry polluting the whole valley. Well, it's funny you mentioned that. When I was a consultant, we had an office in Salt Lake. And, I mean, Salt Lake, I mean, the big issue that transportation was a huge problem there simply because the area is a big basin. Unless you get some wind to push the pollution out, it just sits there. But what that means for you guys is tons of transportation funding. Because that's the way the federal government gives out transportation funding. If you have poor air quality, for better or for worse, you get transportation funding. Will you ever return to storyline episodes like the beginning of Magnolia County? Loosely, but I'll just be honest with you. The storylines were starting to take away from me building, and I stopped being able to build things I wanted to build because I was trying to shoehorn a story in. So I think if I do that again, I need to have a better way of doing it because it wasn't working. The stories were supposed to help me build, not the opposite way around, not prevent me from building. And that's where they ended up, where I just stopped being able to build things because I felt like I had to have a story justification. Then I spent all this time trying to think of a reason. So it's tough. Like, I like the stories. I think it's fun. I know a lot of people know my content for the stories. But I will say that New Banff has been the most fun I've had playing Skylines in a long time. And I think what made it work was not the stories. It was the community interaction. So the stories were great, but the community interaction and quick responding to people, like, that's what people actually care about. That's what makes it fun for me too. So I don't know. The city is the story. The storyline just add extra flavor. Yeah. Clearwater County was your favorite? It's funny. I feel like a lot of people like Clearwater County and a lot of people don't. I liked it a lot, but I still think I liked Verde Beach more. And even there, like, the storyline was so loose, especially in the beginning. This does not do well for your chuckles as an arsonist propaganda. So I think the story will exist, but it will be much looser. It'll be much looser. I'm basically trying to figure out a way for the story not to lead. I want the story to be a part of it, but not lead. You watched Clearwater County while I was on the break. You think it holds up? I appreciate that. Oblix, welcome on in. You were shocked that I divorced Sheila over such a small mistake by her husband? Oh, you mean Jamila? Was it a small mistake, or was it multiple small mistakes over a period of time? Sustained mistakes. I think it was sustained mistakes. There's only so much a person can take before they've had enough. What is going on with this? There's like one little bit right here that's unhappy. Gotta dig it out. Oh, Lenny, thank you for the gift subs. Appreciate you. It's super generous of you. Golden Star. You're never late. You're right on time. Appreciate you being here. So Segunda Beach will still have it. For sure. The next Segunda Beach, I've had the character art for 1,000 years. The problem is I feel like I need to get through some of the stuff I'm doing in Bend right now before I can get back to Segunda Beach, because the Bend thing is kind of just turned into like this big thing. But then the thing is I started playing in New Banff and really enjoying that. So the thing that keeps me personally entertained is also the thing that I think is frustrating. The fact that I enjoy switching builds so much, I know is frustrating. You think Jamila overreacted? Maybe. The storyline is what hooked you? It's obviously no longer why. That's simply because I'm an awesome guy. But they were a nice touch. You're glad they'll still be around in some capacity. But even happier to see I'm just doing this again. I appreciate you, Const. I appreciate the kind words and the good vibes. It means a lot to me. I'll be honest. Like New Banff. So a couple of things have kind of influenced my thinking. And I'm not sure how I feel about the story and a lot of things. What I think I'd like to do, what I think I need to do, if I do the story again, is I need to not have so many series going on at once. That was a mistake. I think that was a mistake. And it's like in light of the ADHD stuff, I think it probably makes sense that I had like 3 builds going on at once because I just get bored and I go on to the next thing. But it's probably not great for sustaining a story to have 3 of them going on at once. Do what makes me happy? Always, always. It's the only way to do it. Try a rotation. The problem with the rotation, so I tried that at one point. So when I was religious with the rotation with CS1, when I had 3 series going on, because then I'd go Verde Beach, then I would do Nicolay Bay, and then Clearwater County, and it was like 1 each week of those. That's only doable if 2 things happen. Number 1, I have an editor that I don't have to review their stuff. At the time I had that, but that's also because the quality wasn't great. Like I kind of just let the quality. I made a lot of things I wasn't proud of before. And I generally really like what I make now. Not to say it's always great, but I feel a lot better about it than I used to. It was really easy in the past to just like make things and be like, I have a schedule, I must get this thing out. And it's not good to get so persnickety about things that, you know, it's taking 1,000 years to make a video. But at the same time, a little bit of pride in your work, I think goes a long way. So that's the main reason why the schedule doesn't work in that way anymore. Because I've thought about it, but I think I can't do it. Yeah, quality over quantity. That's how cities are planned in real life. Well, people seem to like it more when I just, for lack of a better, well, no, I'm not going to say it. When I just start shooting from the hip, people seem to like it more. And truthfully, I have more fun. So I have not had a super meticulously planned out build in quite some time. I just kind of start doing stuff. I have a loose idea. Maybe I'll like build a couple of things off camera and then just like jump into it. I started getting a little crazy about things, and I think it actually came through here, where someone said that it started to feel like my builds were a presentation of things that I had learned over the week, and not a guy having fun playing a game. And it's more fun watching a guy having fun playing a game, talking about urban planning, than it is a guy presenting an urban planning lesson while playing the game. So I kind of have changed my approach. You know what I need to do is start another build? Poplar, you make another map and I'll do it. The problem is I already want to start another build. I already know the build. Like, so academics mod, oh my God. It makes me want to do a Madison build so bad. The other build that I want to do is Revo's Skyscrapers content creator pack. Makes me want to build Chicago. Like, building Chicago would be sick. And if anyone's PC could do it, it's mine. Why did I build such a great PC if I'm not going to use it? But I don't know. Build tall Madison, affordable housing. Well, the problem with Madison, people think that it's all about preserving capital views. It's actually the location of our airport. It's our airport. Hold on, I'll show you. You guys have all played City Skylines. You know the way this works. There's that cone. That cone where you can't build height that exists in the real world too. So if our airport's right here, it goes right here. The flight path goes over here. So you can't build density right here, right over the downtown, because the airport's right here. So the city probably should be telling the county to stop investing in the airport. Stop and tell the federal government, stop investing in having the military here. We need this further away from town, because it is one of the reasons why we have a height restriction. But they actually just built an expansion of the airport, and it's phenomenal. Like, it is, like, I think that, like, my favorite airport to fly out of is Madison, because it's great. It's close. It's easy to get to. The flights are you know, at reasonable times of the day. You just take a quick puddle jumper to Chicago and go anywhere in the world. And it's just a very nice airport, but it's in a terrible location for the city's development. An example that I am acutely aware of. Hold on, because I can show it to you easily. Is Denver. If you've ever wondered why Denver's airport is now way over here, it's because it used to be right here. Not right there. Hold on. We could figure this out. There it is. Denver's airport was right here. This is not a good location from the airport. A good location for the airport because it prevents your ability to build density. You're gonna have a height restriction. It's noisy. It pollutes. So you move it out. Grid city. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. This is what. Yeah. Denver is definitely a grid city. Denver's grid is amazing. It's amazing. When I first moved there. One last Denver aside. So all of the streets have one of two things. So you can see that there are the north, south, or the streets going east, west are numbered. So this is 16th, 17th, 18th, so on and so forth. Then there are a variety of named streets that kind of just have random names named after important people in the city. But then they switch. Where do they switch? They switch and they're in alphabetical order. And that makes it really easy to figure out where you are. I think it's Colorado. Might be where they switch. And then it's, yeah. Albion Street, and then Bel Air Street, Claremont Street, Cherry Street, Dahlia Street. It just continues through the alphabet. Elm Street right over here. So if someone says I'm at 16th and Elm, and you don't know where it is, but you're on Dahlia, and you know that the streets progress through the alphabet, heading east, you don't even need to know. You don't need to know anything. All you need to know is the alphabet, the alphabet and numbers, and you can figure out where you're going. And I know that people think that grids are boring, But being able to navigate, because there's a really nice organizational system like that, it's really cool. I think it's super cool. And it just makes it easy to learn the city. Same in Back Bay in Boston. Yeah, it's super cool. Super cool. West Vancouver, north of the Buried Inlet, does this. East-west are alphabetical streets, and north-south is numbered. And it just, like, if you're new in a place or if you're a tourist, it just makes it very easy to figure out, and it helps you learn the city and connect with it. So I know that it's not the most beautiful thing in the world to see this gigantic grid, but it does make it easy to figure out where you are and learn the place. And when you see stuff like, I don't know, hold on. Is this more interesting? I don't know. Someone might think it is. I think it's difficult to figure out where you are. And it's difficult to create a sense of place. And you can't really retrofit much into here easily. So I don't know. And it's not walkable. No, not at all. So the height restriction in Madison isn't because they want the Capitol to be the tallest building, actually the airport. It's a mixture of the two. So there are some areas. So in Madison, the height restriction is not actually about the Capitol being the tallest building. It's about buildings being taller than the Capitol. Hold on. You guys are going to keep me going. So 13 stories is the Capitol. But the Capitol is on a hill. So I don't know that you're going to be able to easily see it from here. So, okay, here's Madison. Hello, Madison. There's the Capitol. So there are two things that we try to do in Madison. Number one is preserve the views of the Capitol. So there are all these view corridors where, you want to be able to see the Capitol. From my house, which is nowhere near the Capitol, I can see the Capitol. From my office, which is nowhere near the Capitol, I can see it on the way here. There are different corridors that you can see it from. It's all over the place. It's super cool. And there's lights on the Capitol that shine on it so you can see the Capitol. But because it's on a hill, there's a building on the university that's 15 stories tall. And some of these buildings over here are taller than you would imagine because Capitol's on a hill. You can see it here. These are below. Whoops. So the building's gonna be taller because it's not gonna obstruct the view. The bigger problem, why you can't have more density, is once you get down here, even if it were allowed, which it is in some locations, because this is the BRT corridor, and there are height bonuses if you reduce parking and build along the BRT corridor, is that you get close to the airport. So then you get the restriction from the airport itself. So you kind of get hit on two sides. On this side you have the airport. On this side you have the Capitol. So it's actually state statute, not city ordinance, that bans the Capitol views from being obstructed, and this would be federal, the federal height restriction near an airport. So it's tough. And then you take in the constrained geography of Madison, and you end up with a city that is relatively high density but has no tall buildings. So our skyline is very weird. For the size of the city, we have a very stout skyline with lots of chunky buildings. It's a weird skyline. There is a football stadium. It's a major college athletics program. So we have a little bit of everything. College football stadium, basketball, a little bit of everything. But yeah, Gary, I got to respond to your message, by the way. Good to see you, Gary. Thank you so much for the gift sub. That's super generous of you. Good to see you. You love great stadiums? Camp Randall's is awesome. Highly recommend. If you're ever in the area, checking it out. As an esteemed graduate in chat, that's not football. Well, Steve, okay, hold on. We've got both kinds of football here. We've got the football that you like. Is this better? We've got football too. We have proper football. That's the only real football. It's a great location too. We have a semi-pro football team. 2 of them actually, men's and women's. Is that a pitch or a homeless camp? No, we have those too, but no, this is the football stadium. Breeze Stevens. It's not very big, but yeah, here it is. And I should get to a game at some point. It's a cool area, super cool area. Anyway, I've lost track of what we're doing. Completely lost track. Yeah, it's Forward Madison Stadium. And I can't remember the name of the women's team. They're new. But yeah, this is the stadium. Super, super cool. Stadium's in the middle of the city. It's our way to botch up our neighbor city. Botch them what? What, Icy? To me, that's the way it always was. Like, so growing up, hold on. Growing up north, I never realized that the stadium that I would go to, Athletic Park, was for a minor league baseball team that left the city. Now it's, I think, somewhere in Illinois, but it's this gigantic stadium in the middle of Wausau in an urban area. So it was super cool being able to go to that as a kid. I'm done losing track of what we're supposed to be doing now. Oh, it's the rally. Yes. Madison women's soccer team. Soccer is actually a British term. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, Wausau had a minor league team. It was at AAA. And I think it moved to like Genesee or Genoa or something in Illinois. So yeah. So we've had our port going for a while. How do you guys think we're doing? We've unlocked nothing. How's the new office doing? It's good. It's all set up. It's good. It's going well. I'm realizing something though. I have a new promise to my family about when I leave. And it's 6 minutes from now. And it's Friday. There's something I'm supposed to be doing with my family. And it's not here. I think I'm supposed to play Smash Brothers. No GeoGuessr. I gotta do it. I get time blindness. I lose track of time. I'm not gonna do it. Family first. Yep, I agree. I'm gonna save it. There will be a new video tomorrow. I have another video that is already recorded. I can't wait to get this one out to you. It's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna inadvertently save over the top. Whoops! Don't see it. Don't look at that picture. Don't look at that picture. That was 2 builds from now. Yeah, gonna play some Smash Brothers. Gonna go hang out with my family and mow the lawn soon. Your eyes. We gotta figure out who we're rating. YouTube. Thank you guys. If I missed, Ravencore finally got a job yesterday, just in time to start school. Raven, congrats. You reminded me, in addition to what has reminded me and what Phil reminded me, I gotta talk to a specific asset creator about an asset. I'm gonna get on that. Mikey, thank you for becoming associate planner. See you guys. And yes, master plan music, Phil. I'm gonna get to that. I promise you. I promise you. Yes, horses. All right, I'm gonna dip YouTube off. Twitch, don't leave. We're gonna raid somebody. We gotta keep this going. And I apologize for the abrupt end. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, one more thing. I know that I missed some activity because now I can tell that the gems are not coming through. So I apologize if I missed you. Bye-bye. 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 Don't leave Twitch. Don't leave. Okay, now they're gone. Now the real fun can begin.